right before your eyes fully open every morning, before you have checked the time, before you have reached for your phone, before you have remembered everything today is going to ask of you. Something is already waiting for you on the other side of sleep. Not every mercy announces itself with a miracle. Some mercies simply stand at the threshold of your morning, patient, unhurried, already yours before you have done a single thing to earn them. Before that door swings open all the way and the noise of the day comes rushing in, before the notifications and before the first scroll, I want to tell you something Christ has been holding for you since before you woke up. It has been waiting there quietly the whole night, the way a light left on in the hallway waits for someone to finally come home. So before this day starts asking anything of us, before our schedules get the first word, Heavenly Father, we come to you. Heavenly Father, this morning my heart is already full before I have said a single word to you, because the truth is I did not have to earn the gift of waking up today. And yet here I am, alive, breathing, standing at this doorway with another day stretched out in front of me. Thank you for the quiet miracle of last night, for the hours I could not account for when my eyes were closed and my guard was completely down, and you were still awake, still watching, still keeping every promise you have ever made to me, even while I was too asleep to notice. I did not see the dangers. You quietly turned away from my door. I did not feel the exact moment my breathing steadied again after a hard day, or the second my heart found its rhythm once more. But you were present for every one of those unseen moments. Faithful in the dark, the same way you are faithful in the daylight. A stillness settles over a body, finally at rest, and I believe that stillness was your hand, resting over me the whole night through. I did not choose the moment the light started finding its way through my window this morning, and I did not earn the ordinary quiet gift of a house that was still standing, a heart that was still beating, a today that had not been promised to me, but arrived anyway. Your word tells me in Lamentations 3:22-23 that because of your great love I am not consumed, for your compassions never fail. They are new every morning, and great is your faithfulness. And this morning I am living proof that those words were never just poetry. They were a promise with my name written somewhere inside it. So, Father, before I bring you a single request, before I ask you to fix one more thing or carry one more weight for me, I want to stand at this doorway and simply say thank you. Thank you for life. Thank you for breath. Thank you for a mercy that did not wait for me to deserve it before it showed up again this morning, right on time, the way it always does. Father, the tired I am carrying this morning has nothing to do with how much sleep I got last night, and I think you already know that about me, better than I know it about myself. It is the tired of holding a smile in front of people while something underneath it has quietly been running low for longer than I have admitted out loud. It is the tired of praying about a worry and then picking that same worry back up 5 minutes later, like an old habit I cannot quite put down. It is the tired of caring for everyone around me and forgetting most days to ask myself how I am actually carrying up under all of it. It is the tired of answering "I'm fine" so many times before breakfast that the words stop meaning anything, even to me. If that is you this morning too, I want you to know you are not the only one standing at this door with something heavy in your hands. Lord, if I am honest, there have been mornings when I trusted my problems more than I trusted your promises, when worry got louder in my head than worship ever did, when I rehearsed everything that could go wrong instead of remembering everything you had already made right. Forgive me for that. This morning, I do not want to carry it across the doorway the way I carried it into yesterday. So I am doing the only thing I know how to do, with a weight that has gotten too heavy to hold quietly any longer. I am opening my hands, right here, and I am letting it fall. The bitterness I have been quietly nursing towards someone who hurt me. The pride that keeps insisting I do not need help. The small resentments I have never once said out loud to another living soul. I am setting all of it down at this threshold because I was never meant to carry it across into today. It will still be there if I go looking for it later, but this morning, just this once, I am choosing to walk through the door with empty hands instead. I am not asking you to fix everything about me before breakfast. I am only asking you to meet me at this door exactly as tired as I actually am, instead of the version of me I usually try to present. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me, or not a stronger version of the same tired heart, but a new one, the way only you know how to make. Father, let this morning mark a genuine fresh beginning, not because yesterday gets erased as if it never happened, but because you are the God who takes what was broken and turns it into something I can build on instead of something I have to keep hiding from. Wash away the disappointments I carried to bed last night, the conversation that did not go the way I hoped, the plan that fell apart halfway through, the version of myself I wished I had been yesterday, but was not quite able to be. Heal the wounds in me that nobody else can see, the ones that never show up in a mirror, but show up in how quickly I flinch, how easily I doubt, how tired I get of hoping when hoping has not paid off yet. Restore the places in me that have gone quiet from being weary for too long, and strengthen the places where I have felt too weak to keep standing on my own 2 feet. Some mornings the disappointment is small, a plan that shifted, a word I wish I had not said, and some mornings it is large enough that I have not fully said it out loud to you yet. Either way, this morning is wide enough to hold all of it. Your word promises in Philippians 4:6-7 that I do not have to be anxious about anything, but in every situation, through prayer and petition, with a thankful heart, I can bring my requests to you, and your peace, the kind that goes beyond anything I could ever explain to another person, will stand guard over my heart and my mind today. So this morning I am asking for exactly that kind of peace, not the kind that waits for my circumstances to calm down first before it shows up, but the kind that stands guard over me while everything around me is still loud. Let it be the first thing that meets me at this doorway today, before the noise gets there first. Lord Jesus, I invite you to walk through this entire day with me, not as a guest I check in with once in a while, but as the one who actually leads, from the very first decision I make this morning to the last thought I have before I close my eyes again tonight. Be the center of every choice today, even the small ones nobody else will ever notice. What I say when I am tired, how I respond when someone is short with me. For no reason I understand, whether I choose patience or let irritation answer before I have had a chance to think. Let my thoughts reflect your wisdom. Let my words reflect your kindness. Let my actions reflect your love, starting with the very first words I speak to the people in my own home this morning, before I have even stepped outside this doorway. Help me recognize your voice above every other voice competing for my attention today. The anxious one, the comparing one, the one that quietly tells me I am already behind before I have even started. And give me discernment to know what is right, and the courage to obey you without needing to understand everything first. When I am not sure which door to walk through today, slow me down long enough to ask you before I ask anyone else. Today, before I step all the way through this doorway into whatever is waiting on the other side of it, I am choosing to walk it with you. Instead of walking it ahead of you, the way I have too many other mornings, rushing out before I have even asked you which direction to go. Father, go before me into this day, and make every crooked path I am about to walk straight, because I cannot always see around the next corner, but you already know exactly what is waiting there. Open the doors that are meant for me, the opportunity that arrives right on time, the conversation that quietly changes something, the provision that shows up exactly when it is needed and not a moment before, and close every door that was never part of your plan for me, even the ones that look tempting from right where I am standing this morning. Protect me from the danger I will never even know I almost walked into today, the accident that simply does not happen, the plan against me that never reaches me, the attack that gets turned back before it ever gets close enough to matter. Guard the road I drive today, the room I walk into, the ordinary hour when I let my guard down without even realizing it. Surround me with your presence, the way a shelter surrounds someone caught out in a sudden storm. Your word says in Psalm 91:1 that whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. And Father, this morning that is exactly where I am asking to stand, not out in the open trying to manage everything on my own strength, but tucked in close to you, covered, steady, unafraid of what today might bring, because I already know who is standing over it with me before it even arrives. Let that same shelter cover the people I love the most, the ones whose names I carry with me, even on the mornings I do not say them out loud. Cover the children stepping out of their own doorways today, into schools and streets and situations I cannot follow them into, and be the one who watches over what I cannot, because I was never meant to be the only one guarding them anyway. Wherever the people I love walk today, let them walk under the same covering I am asking for myself right now. And Father, over everything else I could ask for this morning, I am asking for your mercy to have the loudest voice in my life today. May your mercy speak louder than every mistake I have ever made, the ones I still replay late at night, and the ones I have almost forgotten, but you never once held against me. May your mercy silence every accusation that tries to convince me I am not enough, not far enough along, not doing this well enough to deserve a good day today. May your mercy open doors that my own qualifications could never open on their own, because by now I know that the best things in my life were rarely things I earned. They were things you simply gave me anyway. May your mercy restore what has quietly gone missing in me over time, without me even noticing exactly when it slipped away. May your mercy bring healing to the places that still ache, even after I have stopped talking about them out loud, and bring peace where there has been nothing but noise and second-guessing for far longer than I would like to admit. May your mercy lift the heaviest thing I am carrying off my shoulders this morning, because I was never meant to carry it by myself in the first place. May your mercy find the one part of my story I am most ashamed of, and love me there anyway, the same way it always has. Father, thank you that your mercy toward me was never based on how well I performed for you. It is based entirely on your unfailing love, the kind that reaches down even when I stumble, the kind your word describes in 2 Corinthians 12:9, where you say your grace is sufficient for me, and your power is made perfect in my weakness, not in my strength. So this morning I stop pretending I have it all together, and I let that exact spot, the one I usually hide, be the place where your strength meets me instead. I would rather be honestly weak in front of you than convincingly strong in front of everyone else. Today, I am refusing to let anxiety sit in the driver's seat of my heart because you are my provider, and provision does not run out simply because I cannot see where it is coming from yet. I am refusing to let fear be louder than faith in my mind because you are my defender, and nothing that comes at me today gets past you first. I am refusing to let discouragement steal the small, ordinary moments of joy that are waiting for me somewhere in this day, because you are my hope, and hope was never something that depended on everything going right to still be real. Every time worry knocks on the door of my mind today, I am picturing myself simply closing that door, gently but firmly, and turning back toward you instead of answering it. I am refusing to let comparison decide how I feel about my own life by the end of today, because the life you have given me was never meant to be measured against anyone else's. Today I choose to trust you completely, not because I have it all figured out, but because I have watched you be faithful before, and faithful before has always meant trustworthy now. If there is one sentence I want to carry with me through every single hour of today, it is this: I am not walking through this day alone, and I am not walking through it afraid. I am going to say that again to myself the next time today gets loud, because some declarations need to be repeated before they finally settle all the way in. Lord, let your blessing rest on the work of my hands today, and let my home be a place where peace is stronger than any tension that tries to walk in through the door, and let the people I share my life with know unity instead of division, health instead of worry, and a kind of joy that does not depend on the day going perfectly to still be real. But Father, I also want to bring you something more specific this morning, because I know I am not the only one carrying this. For everyone who woke up today with pain in their body that no test result has ever been able to fully explain, for the ones sitting in waiting rooms right now with their hands folded and their eyes on a door that has not opened yet, for the ones who are tired in a way that a full night of sleep does not seem to fix anymore, for the ones learning a new word this morning, like appointment or results or treatment, words that were not part of their vocabulary a year ago. I am asking you to meet them exactly where they are, not necessarily with an explanation, but with your presence, and with the kind of strength that carries a person through a hard season one ordinary morning at a time. And for everyone whose mind has been doing math late at night that simply does not add up, the numbers on a bill that keep climbing a little higher, the job that has not shown up yet, even after all the trying, the fear of an empty account before the month is even close to over. I am asking you for wisdom to manage what is directly in front of us, and for a door of provision to open at exactly the right time, not because we have earned it, but because you have never once let go of the families who bring you what they cannot control. I am not asking to be made wealthy. I am asking to be given enough, on time, in a way that lets us breathe again. And for the family I love, would you cover the small, everyday moments too? The dinner table, the drive to work, the tired conversation at the end of a long day, with a patience that outlasts whatever tries to test it. Bless my mind with a clarity that cuts through the noise. Bless my body with the strength for whatever today is about to ask of it. Bless my soul with a faith that does not shake, even when the ground under my feet does for a while. And Father, this morning we do not want to pray only for ourselves, so we are lifting up everyone who is spending these few minutes here with us, wherever they are, whatever this particular morning looks like for them. If they are carrying something heavy that they have not found the words for yet, would you lighten that load in a way only you know how? If they are facing something today that feels genuinely impossible from where they are standing, would you remind them that impossible has never once been a word that applies to you? If they are grieving someone or something they lost, would you sit with them in that grief instead of rushing them out of it before they are ready? And if they are simply worn out from holding everything together for other people, would you renew their strength this morning the way you are renewing ours right now, together at the same doorway? If they have been waiting on an answer for so long, they have almost stopped expecting one, would you let this be the morning that waiting starts to feel a little lighter? We come to you this morning not as strangers who happen to be praying at the same time, but as people who all needed the exact same thing before this day could even begin. To be reminded that we are forgiven, that we are held onto, that we are being restored one ordinary morning at a time, and that whatever else changes about today, we already belong to you before it starts. There is something almost unbelievable about stepping into a day already knowing that before we have done a single thing yet to earn it. And if no one has told you that lately, let this morning be the one where you finally heard it. So, Father, before I step all the way through this doorway into whatever today holds on the other side of it, I want to say a few things out loud, the way I would say them to someone I trust completely with my whole life. No weapon formed against me is going to prosper today, because you are the one standing guard over my life, not me, and never me alone. Goodness and mercy are going to follow me through every hour of this day, the same way they have followed me on every day I did not even notice them quietly working. And every step I take today, ordinary or difficult, easy or uncertain, is a step you already know about before I take it, which means I am never actually walking blind, even on the mornings it feels that way. Whatever this doorway leads to today, a hard conversation, an ordinary Tuesday, a breakthrough I have been waiting on for longer than I want to admit. I am walking through it already thankful, not because I know how it ends, but because I know who is already standing on the other side of it with me. Lord, bless me and keep me. Make your face shine on me and be gracious to me. Turn your face toward me and give me the kind of peace that does not depend on today going exactly the way I planned it. That is the blessing your word gives in Numbers 6:24-26. And it is the one I am asking you to carry over everyone who has walked through this doorway with me this morning, over their families, over the hard conversations they have not had yet, over the waiting rooms and the quiet worries and the ordinary Tuesdays, and over whatever they are quietly hoping you will do for them today. If this time together met you where you actually were this morning, I would love to hear the one thing you are grateful for today, and where in the world you are praying from, so that this doorway we just walked through together does not have to feel like one either of us walked through alone.